Now, page 4, the true threat to this republic. Adam Schiff has a theory. During these past 3 days of this anti-Trump tag team attempted overthrow of our constitutional republic, also known as the impeachment trial of the 45th president, the so-called chief manager proffered yet another phony reason to vote to remove the duly elected chief executive. Russia. Schiff, in one of his initial foundational arguments in favor of impeachment, right there in the well of the United States Senate, told the American people that Russia could attack the U.S. mainland. Now, in typical Schiff fashion, he gave no details. Schiff offered no evidence of a pending attack. But then again, Schiff is offering no proof of any impeachable offense. This apparently was not a suggestion that Russia would interfere somehow in the 2020 election via some kind of cyber attack. No. Schiff was fear-mongering. He was apparently trying to make the case that as long as Donald Trump remained in office as president, that the United States is more vulnerable to attack from Russia. In other words, he's lying. Maybe more accurately, he's out of his mind. This guy is obsessed with Russia. He's obsessed with Donald Trump. Remember, it was Schiff who went headfirst down the phony Russian collusion rabbit hole and stayed down there for more than, 2 years until he came up for air long enough to suddenly head straight back down this new phony Ukraine rabbit hole. There's something seriously mentally wrong with Adam Schiff, and frankly, it's scary. The truth is, Adam Schiff is doing more material, structural, and probable permanent damage to this representative democracy than any foreign adversary has ever done to the United States. Iran could only hope to do this kind of harm to the workings of our government. In fact, the terrorist Iranian regime is cheering on Schiff and company in their attacks on President Trump. So is China, right along with all of our adversaries who hope to overthrow this constitutional republic. Team Schiff is doing it for them. Indeed, the Schiff impeachment team has done more damage to and has undermined more our governing founding document than any of our enemies would ever dream of doing. It is Adam Schiff, not Russia, who is a true threat to this republic.
We are here today in this hallowed chamber.
Stop tape. Yeah. At one point, it was hallowed. It's not hallowed anymore. You're hollowing it out. You are destroying the modicum of statesmanship in the United States Senate. The framers of the Constitution would have never imagined somebody like you entering, quote, the hallowed halls of the United States Senate. And look what you're doing. You're desecrating the Constitution. You're desecrating the impeachment clauses contained within the United States Constitution. You're desecrating the sanctity of the United States Congress. You're desecrating the House of Representatives. You're desecrating the United States Senate. You're trying to desecrate the Article II branch of government and this sitting President of the United States. Hallowed halls of Congress? Hallowed halls of the United States Senate? You, Mr. Schiff, are ruining them real time. You have weaponized your position as chairman of the Intel Committee. You have weaponized your position as, quote, leadership of the Democrat caucus in the House of Representatives in order to try and advance your radical political agenda. And part of your radical political agenda is very, very simple. And that is undo the election results of 2016 and try and taint and affect the outcome of the 2020 election for president, while at the same time trying to insulate your guy, Joe Biden. You are accusing this president of what that vice president did. That's what you're doing. It's very simple. And so in the process, you have weaponized the hallowed halls of Congress in order to try and impart your nefarious goals. In the process of doing that, of course, you are causing real-time and permanent damage to our founding document. The people who vote for this guy in Southern California What are you thinking right now? Do you really approve? Just because he's very deliberate in the way he speaks, very methodical, and I would possibly label it as psychotic? Just because he's delivering things that way, does that make what he's doing right? One representative from a radical state in a radical district is trying to undo the will of 65 million Americans. Roll tape.
Undertaking this solemn action for only the third time in history because
Stop
Donald
tape.
J.
This is the first time in history this has ever been done. Andrew Johnson was impeached ostensibly because of a statute that existed, a law that existed back in 1868. Eventually, 58 years later, this statute was found to be unconstitutional, but this was the basis, at least there was a law that was the basis for the impeachment of that president. Bill Clinton violated statute. He violated the law. He committed perjury, among other things. He committed a crime, and Bill Clinton was impeached because of that. Where is the statute? Where is the crime that the 45th President of the United States violated? You cannot name one. In the end, this president, Donald Trump, is being impeached for non-impeachable offenses. Why can't the Republican leadership come out and simply say that? I just said it. Donald Trump is being impeached for non-impeachable offenses. Do it. Explain to the American people what's going on here from a constitutional and legal perspective. You've got to defend the president, this president. You've got to also defend the Article II branch of government, and along the way, we must also defend the United States Constitution. So this man is a cancer on our government. He is a cancer that needs to be removed from Congress. Adam Schiff is a very sick man. He is demented. Schiff is so focused on achieving his partisan political goal that he has become a clear and present disease that is a danger to the life, liberty, and happiness for the people of this constitutional republic.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.